Welcome to the Elevate Fearlessly interview series, where we spotlight the powerful women guiding our 2027 Holistic Entrepreneur Mentorship and Sedona Retreat. Over the next few episodes, you'll meet the visionary facilitators who will help you break the pain money cycle, expand your abundance, elevate your business, and step boldly into your highest expression. These conversations are designed to give you a taste of the transformation waiting for you in Sedona, the clarity, the healing, the strategy, the sisterhood, and the soul-led expansion that happens when women gather with intention. So welcome, Diane. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. And actually, just give me 1 second, trying to maneuver everything.
No worries at all. Yeah. I'm excited to talk to you today. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Sure.
So Diane, you've spent over 30 years amplifying women's voices and building platforms that help holistic entrepreneurs shine. And I'm excited to have you here today.
Well, that's impossible because I'm only 35. So. Oh, God. When you say that, I'm like, wow, where did the years go?
They go by pretty fast, right?
Yeah, they do.
So what inspired your journey into holistic entrepreneurship and media?
Wow. So, I wish I could say that I grew up wanting to be a magazine publisher, but I didn't. I
That's not
wanted to
something
be
kids think of.
No, I wanted to be a veterinarian. I wanted to ride a horse, like I wanted to travel the world. I wanted to work in a hotel, like all that kind of stuff. And then my path actually led me to exercise physiology. And so I ended up, I was always passionate about exercise and health and kind of was a naturally minded person before I knew that that was even a thing to be. Like I just intuitively didn't really believe in a lot of like drugs and medications and all that kind of mainstream medicine stuff. But I certainly didn't have that kind of, my education was mainstream. Like even in exercise physiology, we have one class on nutrition, which is crazy. But ended up getting my doctorate, started out as a professor and did that for many years. And then I was recruited by a nutritional supplement company to be their director of education and marketing. My undergrad's in marketing and sales. And so I don't know, there was just, everybody told me I was crazy to leave, my academic track job and all that. But there was just something about this job that I'm like, I have to take this. I mean, one, were doubling my income. But two, it was an opportunity to travel and speak and learn about, this whole different world that I was gradually getting exposed to in terms of holistic medicine and all that. So I took the job, did that for 5 years or so, and then was kind of like, I just don't want to work for someone. Like well, at the time, as an entrepreneur, you quickly realize that you're going to work way more when you work for yourself than anybody else. You think it's going to be, you're going to have freedom and all that stuff, which you do. You do. I do this because I can work when I want to work and wherever I want to work. And so if there's any part of the design that I did design, it was how I run the magazine. But anyway, I had met this couple who had an independent publication in North Carolina, and I had decided that I was going to become a holistic business coach because I had the marketing background. I'd met all these practitioners, and the one thing they all struggled with was marketing. Every single one of them. They either hated it, didn't have time for it, or just really didn't want to do it, didn't know what to do. So I was like, okay, I can do, my background's marketing. Like my brain works that way. It comes easy to me. I'm like, I can do this. I'm going to go back and I'm going to get certified as a coach. And, I'm going to do this. And one of my certification weekends was in North Carolina, where I had met this couple through the supplement company I worked for. And I just popped in to say hi, see how they were doing, blah, blah, blah. And literally, I was there for 3 hours and I walked out with a business plan for Natural Nutmeg. And that's how it happened. It was like, they were like, why don't you start a magazine? I'm like, what? I don't know anything about publishing. They're like, oh, we'll consult with you. You can take our model. We're not looking to franchise it and go run with it in Connecticut.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I'm the kind of person that's like, well, what's the worst that could happen? And honestly, there wasn't a lot of downside. Like it was a very minimal investment. My, husband at the time was taught himself graphic design. He did
Wow.
all the design and the distribution, the layout, all that. I did all the editorial and the marketing and sales. And we basically were like, let's try it. Let's see what happens. And if it doesn't work, I can always go back to teaching or coaching or whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
And now it's 20 years later. So
Amazing.
yeah, it's a journey.
It, yeah. Having a business is quite a journey. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But I just love this industry. I mean, that's why I've stayed so long, honestly, is because of the
No.
people. There were a lot of times where I was like, I'm done. I could just go get like a pharmaceutical rep job, or I could get a sales job and probably make like, $500,000 doing that. But I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. I believe in this industry and I love the people that are in it and they're amazing to work with. So
Yeah.
it's been awesome.
So you've probably worked with hundreds or thousands of women, right? What do you believe women entrepreneurs are truly craving right now?
I'm going to say community, number one, because a lot of us are solo entrepreneurs, right? So we
I
are by,
yourself.
yeah, we're by ourselves unless we're with a client,
Yeah,
But even then,
absolutely.
if we do stuff virtually, we're not even seeing people physically anymore.
Nope.
And, since 2020, like everybody got so far away from just the whole
Being
community
together.
network thing. I think, um, I think they're craving that, like that connection of other like-minded practitioners. I mean, I do these weekly calls where anyone can get on who's an advertiser or not an advertiser. If you're a holistic practitioner, you can hop on my weekly calls. And we just talk about everything, marketing, business strategy, you name it. And the biggest thing that people take away from that is the connections they make to the
Mm,
other practitioners, which to me was like, I didn't even think about that when I started it. I'm thinking like, oh, they'll be able to learn some easy like DIY marketing strategies, that kind of thing, or maybe they'll get to know us and they want to be a part of the mag, that kind of thing. I didn't even think about the fact that there was this whole other thing
mm,
underneath that
yeah.
that people started connecting, collaborating. Like there's been a ton of cross collaborations from
Mm,
with practitioners that have showed up to those calls. So I think number one is community for sure. Like they're missing
yeah.
that connectedness, other people who are kind of in it like they can bounce ideas off of, or just,
Yeah.
being with that like-minded group.
Yeah. And have those conversations. And like, you're not the only one out there. We're all going through the same things. Yeah, absolutely. So visibility is such a core part of your work. Why is being seen so essential for business growth?
Well, if you're not seen, how is anybody gonna know you're there? I mean, like the obvious, right?
Yep.
I feel like so many solo entrepreneurs, especially the holistic kind, think that they can just put up a shingle and people will come, or that they can build their practice word of mouth. And yes, you can do that, but it's very slow. You're relying on other people recommending you,
Right.
and you have no control over your marketing. Like if
Mhm.
you don't know, you're assuming that people are saying good things when they're referring you,
Right.
but they're not depicting your business potentially exactly the way that you want it to be represented, or even the things that you do.
Yep.
So how are people going to know about that if you don't market that, if you're not visible about it? And that could mean, sure, it could mean advertising, it could also mean public speaking, it could mean getting out
Mhm.
and networking, all those things. Like a while ago, I had like five of my most successful practitioners on a marketing call, and all the women talked about like what was the most important thing you did that you think got you the most traction. And it kept coming around to being in as many places as you could possibly be, being visible in as many places. And physically, there's only so much you can do, right?
Right.
Like you can't
Right.
be at every networking, you can't be at
Yep.
every house. That so you have to find ways that you can be visible in front of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people to
Yeah.
really grow faster.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree. We don't do one thing, we do everything, right? You have to do everything.
Hmm.
So, what do you think is the biggest mindset block you see women carrying when it comes to stepping into their power?
Money is huge, like not a lack of confidence in spending money, wanting to,
Yeah,
knowing that if I spend the money, it's going to come back to me.
yeah.
I can't tell you how many times people have gone from a small ad to like a half page or a full page ad and literally like doubled, tripled, quadrupled the response that they get.
Mm,
But that's a leap of faith, right? Because you don't
yeah,
know how quickly it's going to happen or how many people
yeah.
you're going to get. So you have to have that confidence that I'm going to put this out. I'm going to invest in my business. I'm going to put it out there, and I'm going to be people are going to come, and they will, just by virtue of once you're in a big ad like that. For whatever reason, the perception is, oh,
Mm,
she's successful. Like
mhm.
whether you're a year in business or 20 years in business, the
Yeah,
bigger presence you have, the more successful people perceive you to be, whether that's right or wrong,
yeah, yeah.
but it's just the way people's minds think. So I think it's the fear of spending money and really investing in themselves and also putting themselves out there. Like there's a lot of fear around, do I have enough credentials? Have I taken enough certifications? Do I have enough in my toolbox? And I see especially holistic practitioners just wanting to do, like wanting to get more and more and more education,
Yeah.
and like, pushing off putting themselves out in a big way.
Totally. Yeah. And even claiming their niche. They feel that they
Well,
don't have what it takes and they need more and they can't do it. They're not enough. Yeah.
don't get me started on the niche, because for me what I see with them is everybody thinks that if they pick a niche that they're going to pigeonhole them into this little
Yeah.
box, and they're not going to get enough clients, when it's exactly the
The
opposite.
opposite.
The
The opposite.
more
Yeah.
specific you can be with your marketing,
Yeah.
the more clients you will get.
Yeah. And that was me, like when I was working with a marketing person and all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I want to claim low back pain. Like that's my niche. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm sure. Let's just see where it goes, right? And I've been so happy I ever did that. I still get people with other issues,
Of
but
course.
that's my specialty. And so many other issues come from that one area. So, yeah, I know it can be scary, but once you do, and just try it, you got nothing to lose. So you
Right.
pick a niche and then you change it.
Right.
No big deal, really.
Yeah.
Um, so during the Elevate Fearlessly retreat, what will you be guiding women through?
So my big thing nowadays is all about having an experience. Like, what is the experience your business provides to its customers?
Mm, mhm,
And I'm that is what I'm passionate about now, because I think it's what's going to set people apart in the future as far as who's successful and who's not. People are not necessarily choosing, especially with healthcare, I think, but products and services so much just overpriced anymore. It's more about what's the quality of what I'm getting, whether it's quality of product or quality of experience, or the connection that they feel between themselves and the business, the practitioner or the business owner. People are looking for more of that than they are just, oh, give me the cheapest thing possible.
yeah.
So I have been working with a consultant who used to be one of the big marketing gurus at Disney. Yes, the Walt Disney World. And he has a whole program where he basically teaches you to Disneyfy your business. And essentially, I'm going through it myself. Like, I invested in um, thousands of dollars, honestly, to work with this guy and his company. And I basically am doing it for Natural Nutmeg as a business. And then I want to walk people through their own like program, how they would do it. And it's all about
Mm,
everything from how do you get a client to how do you wow that client? How do you keep the client so that they never want to leave you?
mm,
Um, how do you get a client back? Like let's say you have business or a product where it's a one-off, like they'll buy one thing from you and then it's not residual, they wouldn't need to buy again for whatever reason. He comes up with reasons that you can keep selling to them essentially, or keep them engaged with your company. So it's really, I mean, it covers almost everything in
Yeah.
terms of how to run and maintain a successful business. And it works for practitioners as well as, people in service oriented
Yeah.
businesses as well as product. And I think the other thing that I want to talk about a lot is just my lifestyle as an entrepreneur. How have I been able to create a lifestyle that my business works around versus the other way? Because I think
Mhm.
it is the other way for so many people, especially if you're a solo entrepreneur. It's you work your lifestyle around your business. And that only works for so long. And so, like I said earlier, if there was one thing that I did create or design in terms of this whole, business that I have, it's that the business was going to work around me. I was going to figure out a way that I could live 6 months out of the year in Florida, which I do, where I could travel for a month at a time and still do my business, where I can go to the gym at 2 o'clock in the afternoon if I want, or whatever it is, like factoring in all the self-care stuff that I do, my simplistic, I was calling it boring. And then Melissa, one of our facilitators, is like, it's not boring, Diane. It's just simple. You have like a simple routine.
Yeah.
But why that's important? Like, why is it important to have your routine be simple? Just so that you can free up mind power for other things that you do. So like I kind of eat the same thing every week. I have the same exercise routine. It's kind of that just, it's just,
Mhm.
you just plug away,
Rinse and
just do it.
repeat. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So with all of that, what would the transformation be for somebody who attends this retreat and our mentorship?
Yeah, I mean, I think what's interesting is that we all have transformed, the four of us, in the last year or so that we've all worked together.
Yeah.
And, I don't know that I would have made the leap to hire this Disney guy had I not worked with, been a part of this group that we're all part of, right? Like
Yeah.
just seeing other people, doing positive growth things in their business and encouragement and all of that. So it's very hard to do it alone on your own.
Mhm.
Like you have to
Yes.
be incredibly self-disciplined and motivated.
Exactly.
Yeah. And even when you know what to do and you want to do it and you have the confidence to do it, it's still difficult to implement and, to just execute basically.
Yeah.
So I think first of all, I think there's going to be a lot of transformation and it's going to depend on who you are as a person and what you're looking to get out of it and all of that. But definitely, you will leave our program, the 6 months that we work with you and also the retreat, I think with a concrete plan that's made it. What I would like to see is that it's already being executed through the 6 months that we're working together, but a plan to bring an experience into your practice, a
Yeah.
plan maybe to get your business working around your lifestyle and not the other way around, a plan to get rid of or start working through some of the fear blocks of putting yourself
Mhm.
out there and being visible and all that stuff, and maybe it's a plan to just get healthier as a entrepreneur, because a lot of us aren't healthy because we work so hard, right? Like how many naturopaths I could tell you that don't follow their own prescription for nutrition and self-care and all of
Yep.
that.
Yep. Exactly. And those energies of procrastination and I'll do it tomorrow are really strong. So the accountability that they're going to get in this program is priceless. I totally agree.
Well,
Um,
that is the number one thing I think, is accountability. And I can tell you that just by working with this consultant, I mean, he holds me accountable. I have
mhm,
deliverables that I have to accomplish by certain weeks, and
mhm,
the best story I can tell is when I have an exercise physiology background, but I actually hired a trainer one time because I was just tired of like doing the same routines and
Yeah.
all that stuff and whatever.
Yep.
And I was like literally, having to, send him my meals every day, pictures and calories.
Sure.
And we did all this stuff and whatever. But I'm going to tell you, like that 8 weeks or longer that I worked with him was the most disciplined that
Yeah.
I've ever been because I had to answer to somebody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
And you don't
yeah,
want to be the one who's like, I didn't do it today. I didn't do it this week, right?
right,
We will come
right,
to your house and hunt you down.
yeah, right.
Let's see. So you've been to Sedona. What makes it such a powerful place for clarity and expansion?
Well, I mean, you know me, like Sedona is my place. I have been there, no joke, probably 15 or 16 times now, literally since 2010 was the first time I went. Um, and when Melissa came to me initially to plan our retreat this past March, I was like, "Yeah, I'd love to do this. This sounds awesome. Let's do it. I just have one deal breaker, and that is it has to be in Sedona, or else." But there is just, if you haven't been, there is just something about the energy of that place. I mean, it's hard to put into words, but you drive there from Phoenix and you come around this one bend and you see like the Red Rocks and then you see Bell Rock and I mean, it takes your breath away. It's like,
Yes. Yeah.
and it's just, I just think that there really is that something that allows the body to shift energetically there. And you can't really, I don't know what it is for, it's different for every person. Um, but I have had so many shifts there and I've come back with like, oh my God, amazing ideas. And, if I've been hesitating about something, I'll go there and all of a sudden the blocks are like gone when I come back.
Yeah.
It's just
It is quite a
special.
place.
Yeah.
And you and your hiking, which I call rock climbing, is beyond, just beyond.
Yeah, well,
I,
that's actually how I think the whole name of this came. Like, Elevate Fearlessly was, my whole thing was I want to give people back to the experience, right? I
yeah.
want to give practitioners an experience of uh, accomplishing something that they were maybe a little bit afraid to do or even very afraid to do. So that they know, kind of like a Tony Robbins thing, right? So that they know, wow, I didn't think I could do it and I did it and now I have more confidence. And one of those is we hike Cathedral Rock together.
Yeah.
So, and there, yes, there is some rock climbing, not with any kind of leads or like things like, you're not hanging off the side of a mountain or anything like that, but you have to
Yeah. Nothing like
scramble a little bit,
yeah.
right? And you might need some assistance,
Yeah.
so, and we took the group up there and people, well, I mean, you of all people would have
I
maybe
was
the
one of
best testimonial. Yeah. You were like, I didn't know if
and,
I could do it, but
and it was nice. Everybody went at their own pace,
yeah.
right? And you did it. The goal is just to get there. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to do it in a certain amount of time. We go at your pace,
Right.
which I think is really good. Um, any ideas on who this mentorship is for?
If I was looking at it from the perspective of like the hiring us, it, like I hired the Disney guy, right?
Yeah.
What I look for and who I think it's for are people that have done what I'm trying to do, basically. So I know that they are successful. I know that they have walked this walk. I know they've done the things that I am stuck at or haven't been able to accomplish or don't know how to, don't even know the first step, that kind of thing. I think it's for someone who needs a plan, wants the connections,
Yeah.
needs the visibility, needs the accountability, all of that. And I think it's it's for the person that is really trying to get to that next level. And they've tried a bunch of things on their own, probably. And I'm not going to say that none of that worked, but you're looking to make a bigger jump now.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, like, every time I've made a big jump in my business, I didn't do it alone.
Yeah.
There was always either other mentors or consultants that I've worked with, or even like like a community of practitioners. And they don't even have to have the same businesses as you. It's just because a lot of times the things all, the problems that we have or whatever, the where we get stuck or the obstacles, it doesn't matter what business you're in. It kind of all boils down to similar things that we
Yeah.
all deal with. So it
We all
doesn't
have.
matter if you're a naturopath or a coach or an energy healer or whatever your modality is. Running a business requires certain things, and you may have mastered a few, not maybe not all, and that's what we're here for, to help you get those other things in place, get the confidence, the structure, and also the strategy so that you can make those jumps.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Diane. All of this was great information. Your wisdom and leadership are truly a gift. So thank you.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be a part of it. It's exciting.
It is exciting. And we're all excited for this for 2027. So thank you for joining us inside the Elevate Fearlessly interview series. If you feel the pull, the whisper, or the full body yes, trust it. Applications for the 2027 mentorship and Sedona retreat are now open. Your next level is calling you, and we would be honored to walk beside you. Thank you so much. Bye.